Oh, what the heck happened there?
I just did a quick view there, and I saw just a little twitch there when their bumpers were rubbing as Ed was going towards the wall there. Oh, that's too bad.
I got it right down slow motion here, but I got some issues here. What the heck happened? Okay. Okay, I think I got that fixed. I hit my 8 key and stopped the broadcast.
Oh.
Okay, he's kind of rubbing back and forth on that fender a little bit. And I went back a little too far. Right there. Looked like Philip Carsley went out on it, and Ed caught that bumper as Philip come back down on it. And that took out a lot of cars on the field right there.
Oh, no.
But Ed Hewitt's still out front right here. He's going to have to come down pit road, I would think. Yeah. He needs that splash of gas. Looks like
and there's no way his partner Philip Carsley could even compete and be fast. His front of his truck is just wrinkled big time. He needs to get her fixed.
Ed comes into his pit stall here. Him and Philip Carsley, and Philip's going to have I'm not sure if they got resets or not. I believe they did, yeah.
Good. Great.
Yeah, good job for them guys. But boy, they're going to be back in the field, and they're going to have about a 2-lap shootout, I believe. Well, let's get back up here. Mark Maffitt going to be registered as our leader now. Looks like the 75 and the 9 there, a lot of damage. Ronald Finley and Kevin Utley, both of them. Looks like Ronald Finley's, man, he's dog tracking bad. And, oh man, this is bad for them guys. They're going to have to get in pit road, get that reset, get back out. And they're going to be starting at the tail end of the field, too. So Mark Maffitt going to be out front. Lewis Sparks going to be second. Jonathan Taylor, David Adamson, Gary Konzelman, Cody Seaver, Ed Hewitt, Philip Carsley, John Denny, Ronald Finley, Kevin Utley, and Michael Whitlock. Going to probably get his lap back. He's a lap down.
Yep. Looks like they might have a 2 or 3 lap run to the finish here.
Yeah, I would say a 2-lap, but it might be 3.
We'll know when they cross the line here.
Yeah, I think they're going to get the 2 to go here. Looks like Kevin Utley and Ronald Finley coming down pit road now, get that damage fixed, and they're going to be a lap down. They should have probably stayed out one more lap, and they would have got the wave by, come in, got it fixed, and been back out here. But well, this is just a 30-lapper, and this is just so it shows how they're going to start the next race, which they're going to have to figure that all out, and they'll get them all lined up the way they got to start. Well, your dream might come true here. Mark Maffitt out front. You called him Mark Maffitt to win, so you might just get it. Him and his partner are going to be starting 1-2, going to be starting beside each other, and my guess would be probably Lewis Sparks going to try to get out ahead of Mark Maffitt with a little help from somebody pushing in the back. I'm not sure. We could see the '07 there of David Adamson, maybe give him a little push to the front. You know, teammates or not, all bets are off when it comes to the finish line. So, you know, this is the thing these guys are going to have to think about coming to the line.
Yes, sir. Come out of that last corner, and when you think you can, you step out and hope you can get a little suction draft off the corner of that truck.
All right, well, I'll call this down. It's going to be the last time we're going to call the green here, and I'll call this down and get them rolling once they come around here. Should get the one to go this time by. Oh no, green flag. It's a single file restart. All right, green flag is in the air. Here we go.
And a whole bunch of checkups there, Rudy. 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks got smashed, I think, in that right about 4 back from the leader.
This kind of changed it up a little bit here with these guys with single file restart.
Yeah, I was surprised about that one.
Yeah, that was kind of a shocker.
They must do the under 10 to go or something, or
maybe. I'm not sure. I guess I should have followed the rules a little better, huh?
Oops.
But oh well, it is what it is. And
it is what it is.
Yep. Mark Maffitt coming around here to take 2 to go. Him and his partner working tightly together. We've got a challenge coming up on the bottom right here. The Jonathan Taylor and David Adamson, those two working together, and they may try to mount a challenge here before much longer. They might do it on the last lap. That would be my guess. That's what I think I would do it. We've got a six truck battle now. There's looks like the 13 there of Gary Conselman and Cody Sievert getting into the picture. And boy,
they were coming up like freight train.
They sure were. Them two switched up and they're ready to rock and roll now. And I don't know, boy, they're coming to the line. Going to be 1 to go this time by.
This is going to be a good finish.
Now we've got a challenge up on the high side. Looks like the 6 of Jonathan Taylor up there with the '07 of David Adamson. Those two can stay together. They might be able to get something done. We've got a couple other guys going to join them now. Cody Sievert going to join them, and Gary Conselman. If the 4 of them can get up there, boy, and I'll tell you what, coming to the line, this is going to be close. Look at this. Mark Maffitt out front by about a truck length.
Yeah.
Coming to the line, Mark Maffitt winning here today. Congratulations to Mark Maffitt. Good job.
Yeah,
Holy
good job, Mark.
smokes.
Good job for the whole front group.
We'll see if we can't get a word in with Mark when it comes around here. We'll, when everybody gets done congratulating him, we'll see if we can't get a word in with him. Let me know when it's clear there, Steve, and you want to interview him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So Mark Maffitt,
they're having a little discussion here.
Must be a pretty good one. Don't want to wait.
Yep.
Don't want to wait too long, guys. We got to get over to the main.
You want me to ask them to clear the channel?
No.
Okay. When we get off, I'll tell you what's happening. I think you can do it now. I think they ended their comber.
All right. Hey, Mark Maffett, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4, Rudy.
Well, Mark, you bring it to the checkered flag. Congratulations coming home first today in this second round. Tell us a little bit, just kind of quickly, about your race today.
It was a good race. We pitted early, real early, and were able to run by ourselves for a while, and that really worked out well for us. Had a couple of good stops, and that's pretty much the story.
Well, Mark, I'm not sure exactly where that puts you on the grid for the main event, but hopefully get you up there, and congratulations again. You want to give a quick shout out to anybody or a thank you?
Big shout out to Black Flag Racing, John Denny, Dave Miranda for having putting this all together. This is our first event. We're still feeling our way through some things, but we know we're going to have a really good league with some of the best drivers on iRacing soon.
All right, Mark. Well, congratulations again, buddy. Good job out there. Good race by all. All right, let's run down through the results here real quick. Mark Maffett coming home first. Jonathan Taylor, that wasn't his teammate, though. Jonathan Taylor had a good run on that high side. Coming home second, Lewis Sparks, Mark's partner there, finishing third. David Adamson fourth. Cody Sievert fifth. Gary Konzelman sixth. Ed Hewitt seventh. Philip Carsley eighth. Kevin Utley ninth. Ronald Finley 10th. Michael Whitlock 11th. John Denny finishing 12th. Everett Lane 13th. Dominic Dyball in 14th, and Dave Miranda finishing last on the field. So that's going to wrap it up for this segment as Mark Maffett wins here at Daytona. 30-lapper, one caution under the belt of this event. So we will see you in the next event here in just a couple of minutes. Give us a minute. All right, back for round 3 here. 60 laps at Talladega to finish this thing up. Right now, in the standings, we've got a few guys here that kind of maybe might have surprised a few of the other guys. Jonathan Taylor and David Adamson on the top here with 13 points each. So, and that's where the low man is the winner. We've got Lewis Sparks and Mark Maffitt in second there with 15 points each. Looks like Ronald Finley and Kevin Utley in third with 22 each. And Gary Konzelman and Cody Sievert in fourth place with 26 points each. So a pretty tight battle here coming into this race, and we're going to have to see how this is going to play out for these guys. They're out here qualifying right now, trying to see who can get the best lap and to start on the pole. So, but I'm looking for a pretty good race here. We've seen 2 great races so far. One little caution there and hiccup in that last event there at Daytona. And I look for Talladega here, a lot more room. A lot more forgiving here at Talladega, and I look for a pretty good race here. All right, so now that we've got the points established with Jonathan and David with the best points, only having 13 points, this is going to be interesting coming down to the end of this. Lewis and Mark there with a close 15. This could come down to a good battle coming down to the end of this. Even though Mark won that last race, this could come down to a good battle here to finish this thing up. Looks like Ed blew the motor again. He's on the top spot right now, though.
Something tells me he just puts on all the tape he can.
I don't know. I don't want to give away our secrets, you know.
Oh, that's right.
So still seeing a lot of guys here coming in. Gary Konzelman in third, Ronald Finley fourth, Kevin Utley fifth there, David Adamson sixth, Cody Sievert in seventh. So I'm not sure, are we going to have an odd man here or what? Guys still going out here trying to better them times. Right now, Ed Hewitt on the pole with a 48.338, and Philip Carsley with a 48.339. So,
I'm counting 12 entries there, Rudy. So we should have an even amount.
Yeah, that's
good.
That's good. We don't want to have an odd man out. That kind of makes it a little uncomfortable for the guy, the odd man out, wouldn't it?
Yep, you kind of have to kick back and grab that book and crack that beer and just kind of ride around wishing you had a partner.
Yeah, you've probably been in that boat a couple times yourself, haven't you?
Yes, sir. You ever go like 80 miles an hour for many hours and then you get off the off-ramp and you just kind of wonder why you still seem to be going so fast? It's just about that boring, let me tell you.
Well, I'm kind of really looking for a really good race here. This being the premier track, that a lot of the guys really run good at. I'm really looking for a good race here. I think these guys are really going to get out here and put on a great show. 60 laps. I believe that's what he has this set to, 60 laps. Yes, sir. Coming down here, 4 minutes left till they do take the grid. And Steve, what kind of race are you looking for here? Are you looking for about the same as what we've seen, or do you think this is going to be a little more aggressive?
I think this is going to be a little more aggressive. Probably, I know that there was a little incident there in the last race that might raise up the temper level a little bit. So we might see people get a little hungry. I would hope, though, that at the beginning of it, because it is 60 laps, that Buddy just kind of keeps it all in check and kind of floats her out at least for a good 30 laps, anyways, before they get carried away.
Well, they are running 30. I believe he said 39% fuel is what he told me, and so this is going to be, change it up just a little from what we've been seeing. And, we got a new leader up there, Gary Konzelman, with a 48.266. But this could change it up a little bit different than what they ran on the original Talladega race. They only had a 35% fuel, but we are running twice as far. They only ran 30 laps at the beginning, and now they're running 60. So hopefully this is going to be as good, if not better, than the first race.
Yeah, yep. Nothing like pit stops to make for a little extra excitement.
Absolutely. I love green flag pit stops. That's kind of like one of my pet peeves. I love it. So 2 minutes here till they do take the grid.
Well, I wonder who Gary Konzelman's partner was to get him up on the leaderboard with Ed and Philip together behind him there.
Yeah, I don't know.
How does one guy by himself take the top spot?
I don't know. That is kind of odd, ain't it?
Yeah, because his partner's the 7, right? David Adamson?
I believe so.
Here, if I can get him. No, he's with the number 8 right now. Excuse me. Cody Siebert. That's even lower on the board.
Looks like he's trying to get Cody maybe up there with him. Cody hasn't turned in a time yet. Gary Konzelman pushing the daylights out of Cody, trying to get him up on the board.
I told him on my board here.
Yeah, he's 7th. Yeah. I guess try to get him up there a little higher. Still got a few guys that have not qualified, though. Jonathan Taylor has not turned a lap, or a qualifying lap, I should say. Hadn't turned in a time. But we'll see here coming down. It looks like they may just make it to the line before the time runs out. And we'll have to see if Gary Konzelman can push Cody maybe up a little bit higher on the leaderboard.
Sure hope it works out. It'd be nice for competition-wise, to have them close by.
Yeah. Just not getting Cody up there for some reason. All right. Might not have a good setup, or, well, you just don't know, But anyhow, it looks like Gary Konzelman going to be our pole setter for the day.
Gary Konzelman to work with anybody behind Ed and Philip there in the lineup? Does he team up with anybody besides Cody?
I don't know. I don't know who he's going to work with. I don't remember who he was working with earlier. And this is going to be interesting to see who he is going to choose to team up with. As I'm sure Ed and Philip are going to want to work together.
Yep. Philip Carsley ends up with the top spot in the end there with a 48.246.
Well, whenever they take the grid here, we'll try to get a run down the qualifying order with them. Philip Carsley going to be our pole sitter, is what I'm showing. I don't know how that would be. I guess he must have turned in a lap right toward the end. I didn't see.
Yeah, must be.
That's kind of odd. Oh. Well, anyhow, that's kind of odd that it's going to come out that way because his partner, Ed Hewitt, is going to be right behind him. That's cool. Ooh, blinking out right there. All right, well, Philip Carsley on the pole in the number 42 whenever he grids. Not sure what happened there, but all right, and on the outside of him going to be the number 13 of Gary Konzelman. In third, the number 30 of Ed Hewitt. In fourth, the 75 of Ronald Finley. In fifth, the number 9 of Kevin Utley. In sixth, the 07 of David Adamson. In seventh, the 08 of Cody Sievert. Mark Maffett starting in the 8th position in the number 10. In ninth, the number 68 of Lewis Sparks. In 10th spot, the number 31 of John Denny. And I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be taking up the rear of the field here. Won't be 14th. He would actually be, I believe, 11th. So we may wind up with an odd man out on this. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how everything pans out.
I just counted the entries, so maybe somebody must have dropped out, huh?
I'm not sure. Well, that's too bad because an odd man out like that, that's, Dang. All right, so Philip bringing these things around. And everybody doubled up, lined up, ready to go. We'll tighten up the field coming down the backstretch here, and we're going to come around here and take the green flag, get this thing underway. 60 laps here at Talladega, and I think we're going to see a great event here, Steve.
Yep. Looks like it is going to be a good event here.
Small field, you don't want to lose that draft, and you lose that draft, you're going to be out of it. They are going to have to probably make several pit stops here.
Yep, we do have an even amount there, Rudy. We got 10.
I would say probably 4, maybe 5 pit stops. I would say 4, maybe 5 pit stops. Let me make sure we are live. Okay, we are, and we're ready to kick this thing off. 60 laps. They got to get 60 laps in here, and we're going to follow every inch of the way here to see how these guys are going to run here today. Only 10 of them on the track. Should be very interesting. You get out of that draft, you're going to fall way back. Pace car getting ready to make that hard left turn. It does. Philip brings them to the line. Green flag flies. Ed Hewitt pushing the daylights out of Philip Carsley already. Was quick on that throttle when he got started. Everybody getting these things wound up to the top spot here. It looks like the 07 going way up the hill there. David Adamson. He's going to fall way back, losing the draft. Not a good thing this early in the game. All right, Philip Carsley out front, Ed Hewitt pushing. Right there behind him, we got the 75 of Ronald Finley and Kevin Utley. Those two taking up the 3rd and 4th positions. now starting to put a little bit of distance, but Philip leads the first lap in this 60-lap event right here. Well, let's go back through here a little bit. Ronald Finley third, Kevin Utley fourth. These guys all running single file around here. Nobody really trying to get anything going, just trying to chew some of the laps up. Those guys staying way up high there, Philip Carsley and Ed Hewitt, trying to break that draft off of Kevin Utley here and Ronald Finley. Oh, what happened here? It'll look like we got a couple way off of the pace. Kevin Utley and his partner going way up high. That lost a lot of momentum on them, because I'll tell you what, Ed Hewitt and Philip Carsley definitely pulling away a little bit. Now them two switching up, going into the turn. Gotta find a happy medium there, and they hook back up, and they're gone. Definitely trying to break that draft off of the low line, but they're going to have to come down and put the stops to that, because we've got a new challenger coming up through. Gary Konzelman and Cody Sievert. They're going to the high side, and they want to get up here and lead a lap. Cody comes unhooked from the bumper, Gary Konzelman. Not sure if they're going to be able to get this done, Steve. This is looking pretty intense.
Yep. I think that little break they had there kind of slowed them down.
Yeah, I don't know. They're wanting to just get nose to tail with them too and just ride for a little while, or what?
Oh wait, looks like he's having a little trouble staying in line with him.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, a guy can be a good pusher, and sometimes a guy can be a good leader. And the guy pushing is only as good as the guy leading. So, if the guy leading is waving all over the place, the guy pushing's having trouble. But if you're not a good pusher, hard to stay on that back bumper.
I can attest to that. I am really not a good pusher, but I am good to be out front.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I seem to be able to hold a good line that way.
Yeah, it depends on, for me, it depends on the vehicle for me, and I like the B car, and I can hold a good line with that. I can push a daylights out of somebody. His trucks, I have a little more difficult with them, but the Gen 6, forget it. I can't push anybody with that thing. On the straightaways I can do fine, but in the turns, forget it. All right, Philip Carsley and Ed Hewitt switching up now, and this is just exactly what Gary Konzelman wanted to see. He knew they were going to have to do that eventually, and these guys are now going to fall back into second, third, and fourth. But we've got a crew coming up on the inside here. Looks like the 68 of Lewis Sparks getting his nose up into it. Him and Mark Maffitt finally working their way up through this and getting up into the third and fourth place. Our leaders finally switching up here right in front of Philip Carsley. And it looks like we may be going 3 wide down the backstretch here, Steve. Looking good.
Yeah, 3 wide.
Love it. Talladega, baby. All right, Cody Sievert now out in the lead. As they got one heck of a good run there, him and Gary Konzelman. Those two working really well together here. Been working together since the green flag flew. And I'm telling you what, all 10 of these guys seem to be staying pretty close to each other. They're all within about 3/4 of a second from front to back. Ed Hewitt and Philip Carsley, though, they need to get back down in the line, or they have fallen clear way back to 8th and, what is that, 7th and 8th.
Yep. Yeah, you don't do too good, like you said there when we were on this race the first time there, if you don't have at least a 3rd or 4th truck behind you on that outside lane.
And Cody Sievert and Gary Konzelman switch up now, and they're going to fall to the outside line here. We're going to ride along here with Gary Konzelman for a minute and see what it looks like looking back on this field. Oh, I'm on Mark Maffett. How did I get on Mark Maffett? But that's all right. Looking back on the field here, we can see a lot of these guys getting a little bit dancy early on. Only 8 laps into this 60 lapper, coming to lap 9, so they got a long ways to go. And I believe we're going to probably see some of these guys want to come down pit road. I don't think we're going to see any early pit stops this time, though, Steve. I think these guys are all going to try to run it just as far as they can run it, because it is 60 laps. They want to make it on as few of pit stops as they can possibly make it, whether it be 4 or 5. I don't know that for sure.
So they'll probably be coming in, probably around lap 16 or so, you think? Somewhere in there?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of one of them things where it's really hard to tell, But the 39% fuel load, you could probably do the math on that. Yeah, I'd say maybe around that. All right, looks like Lewis Sparks and his teammate now. We've got quite a bit up here. Mark Maffett now leading them around. Well, let's get up here on Mark Maffett now. Them guys really kind of got stuck on that outside line. And we've got another new leader up front, the number 4 of Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor getting up into the mix of things. Him and his teammate working together, and they're doing quite well here. On the low line, we've got Ed Hewitt and Philip Carsley. Mark Maffett now up on the high side. Those guys really getting up there. But Jonathan Taylor up here without his teammate. Did you notice that, Steve? His teammate has fallen way back.
Sure did, Rudy. Looks like Philip Carsley's moving him along quite well.
Ooh, and he goes up the hill. I don't know if he's going up there maybe to try to pick up his teammate, let all these guys go by, because his teammate has fallen way back.
Yeah, he's
letting everybody go by to go back and pick up his teammate. Now that's a teammate for you right there.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's awesome. Great. That's a great sportsmanship right there. He was up leading the race and backed way out of it to come back and pick up his teammate. That's really cool.
Sure is. Good sportsmanship there.
My hats are off to him. Philip Carsley up here leading now. Him and Ed Hewitt again. These guys are really getting hooked up, and they've been doing pretty good up in the front here together. As long as they can stay attached to each other, they're doing really good. Cody Siebert right there in 3rd. Gary Konzelman 4th. Those two have been really having a lot of difficulty trying to stay on each other's bumper. And I don't know if it could be Cody's steering issue, Gary Konzelman not being able to hang on to him. I don't know what the issue is with them, but it looks like they're having some trouble. But they're hanging in there. We've got to give them credit for that. They're hanging in there quite well.
Yeah, nice group up here in the front. Oh, looks like we're gonna some pit stops here.
Cody Siebert. Wow. Everybody coming in. Everybody but Ed and Philip. Wow. That's amazing. A definite lack of communication there. They're in different rooms and team speaking. That's what could have cost them right there.
Good job for the group to get stopped and all lined up good without any tire squealing and no black flags.
Very good. Some of them already got their fuel and away. Oh, we got
that's fast.
One of them changing tires there. Let's see who that was. It was changing tires. Ronald Finley changed tires. Oh, that's going to hurt. Ed and Philip coming into pit stop now, making their pit stop on lap 13. 1 lap after everybody else, so we'll have to remember that. Them guys come in one lap after everybody else. But can they get in and off a pit road and beat them guys off the pit road and still hang on to the lead? Ed have to back up. Oh no!
Oh no!
Phillip's away, but Ed's still sitting there. All right, he's finally away. Oh man! And it looks like coming around here, we've already got Mark Maffitt and Mark Maffitt and Lewis Sparks already coming around, and they're going to put Ed and Phillip a lap down, possibly. Well, not a lap down, but it'll put them back a little bit. They're coming around full head of steam, and Ed and Phillip give them the room. Now wanting to duck in behind them to take up that third and fourth spot as they're getting their trucks back up to speed. Good race so far. Everybody has made one pit stop. Looked like maybe Ed had the longest. No, Ronald Finley had the longest pit stop. 12.3 seconds.
That was the longest, huh?
Yeah.
What was the shortest?
Looks like 5.8 seconds by Jonathan Taylor.
Wow.
So big difference. You know, that's almost 7 seconds difference.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between. But Jonathan's running in 5th, and Ronald's running in 10th. That's the difference right there. There's a 7 seconds loss. Ed and Phillip now switching up. Those two doing really well together as they've managed to stay right there in 3rd and 4th. Right behind Mark Maffitt and Lewis Sparks. Mark Maffitt won that last segment. And here he is out here running in 2nd right now, doing a great job. And they've got quite the lead over. It looks like clear back, if we go clear back through the field. Do an update here. Gary Konzelman running in 5th. Now 3.8 seconds behind the leader. But you know, it won't take much for them to get caught back up. They've got Cody Sievert and David Adamson coming up behind them. And the 4 of them could get together and they will reel in these leaders real quick. As long as they can manage to stay nose to tail, they'll reel in them leaders really quick. Let's get back up.
It looks like that. And it looks like that's what they're doing, Rudy. It looks like they're trying to stay in line with each other, and they must be hearing you.
It could be. One of them could be listening. You never know.
I got that.
No, they can't because I'm not on Twitch. All right, so now we've got them out for the challenge. Here's these front 4 battling side by side, and that's not what they want to do. They want to go side by side, guys. That'll let that backpack reel you guys right in. But they are losing ground. Now they're back to 4.4 seconds behind the leader. So, Gary Konzelman and them. 4.3 seconds behind the leader. So they're definitely losing a little bit of ground to that front 4.
I think Ed and Phillip's last swap there went real smooth for them. They're kind of getting a little gap there.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Oh, but they're making it up good there in the middle and coming off that curve. Look at that.
Yeah, they're closing right up on. They've got that draft now and pulling up on them. And it looks like they've got such a good head of steam that they're going right on by them. Look at that pass. Wow. But they hit that dead air right up there. It's just like somebody threw the anchor out. And you hit that wall of air coming off of the leader. But they're still pushing, and it looks like they may get clear of them here in just a minute. They do. And they come back down the hill and right in front of our previous leader, Mark Maffitt. Oh, and now they got to switch up. Oh, brother. So they're all going to switch up together, which is a good, smart move. That's a good foursome running together if they can all switch up together. Philip Carsley comes right down the hill in front of Lewis Sparks. And now they all get nose to tail.
Boy, Philip Carsley kind of threading the needle right there, Rudy.
I'm telling you, that was a close call.
I kind of sat up in my chair there for a minute.
Yes, sir. Ed Hewitt up in the lead here. Good job by Ed getting that thing up in the front again. But he is going to be challenged. Lewis Sparks and Mark Maffitt up on the high side, it looks like. Don't look like they have as good as run as Ed and Philip had earlier there. But not doing too bad. "20 laps into the race, we may see him start thinking about coming down pit road here in the next 3 or 4 laps. We'll have to kind of watch and see if we can see any of these guys that may take their second pit stop here before too much longer. They may, I'm thinking they're probably trying to go about 12, 13 laps on a tank of fuel. Is about what they're going to get here.
Yep.
Ed's still out here leading. Philip Carsley pushing him. Well, let's go back through the field here. Philip Carsley second, Lewis Sparks third, Mark Maffitt fourth. Way back here to Cody Sievert in fifth, Gary Konzelman, Jonathan Taylor. This other foursome going on here, David Adamson, and then clear back here to ninth, Ronald Finley and Kevin Utley. Way back in 9th and 10th. These guys 10 seconds behind the leader. So they have a lot of ground to make up. A lot of ground. Okay, we're going to watch here from the speed cam. We'll watch these guys as they come around. Good side-by-side battle going on. Well, almost side-by-side. Just a good battle for the lead here. As Ed and Philip really, I think they learned a little bit from them last 2 races there, Steve. And I think they've set a goal out here for themselves that whatever they do, they are not going to make that same mistake the second time.
I agree, Rudy. They're a lot better in tune.
Yes. Looking really good out front here. And, you know, I'm sure Ed's got a smile from ear to ear right now, and so does Philip.
You bet.
I want them to feel like, you know, they've pretty much found a good match here between the two of them, that they do work good together. It looks like Philip trying to get a little bit of air in that, and they do, okay, they do a swap here. See, now, that's when it would be perfect for them other guys to swap at the same time, but they didn't. And, you know, they're going to go a lap or 2 here, and they're going to have to swap. So they're just going to swap the lead back and forth. Well, let's take a look here real quick. We've had 10 lead changes already. That's amazing.
Definitely in 24 laps.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Well, we should see them start thinking about coming down pit road here real quick. I think we're going to see some guys coming in. But you know, that back 4 right there are reeling in this front 4. They're now down to 3.3 seconds behind them. Back to Cody Sievert here. Hewitt and Philip Carsley. Looks like we do have a couple on pit road there. Mark Maffitt and Lewis Sparks coming down pit road. Where the heck was my co-commentator? He was supposed to be paying attention to that.
I kind of drifted back to the second pack there, Rudy, and was kind of watching how they were staying in line.
Okay, they've got their fuel, and away they go. We may see Ed and Philip come down pit road here in a few minutes. like they're breaking off now. And they are coming down pit road, so good job by these guys. Definitely.
Now this pack of 4 here that was in the back, they're all coming into pit road now.
Yes, sir. All these guys coming in together. Probably not a bad move on their part, because they're all going to get back off of pit road here together and we'll start working together. 6 of them versus 4 of the other ones. This could be kind of interesting coming down to the end of this. All right, Philip and Ed get stopped in their pit stop. Cody Sievert, Gary Konzelman. These guys away now. Looks like Philip gets away first. Him and Ed going to lead this other group around. So
all good, clean pit stops there, Rudy.
Looks like we've got some leaders coming up on the high side here. They're going to take over that lead. Mark Maffett going to take over the lead here, but I think that's going to be kind of short-lived, because when this 6 gets up to speed here, they're going to motor right by them. They're off of pit strategy from each other now, so we'll have to see how this is going to play out here coming down to the end. We got 26 laps going to be in the books here in just a minute. Coming to take lap 27. Philip Carsley in 3rd place. Ed Hewitt 4th. Back here in 5th, Gary Konzelman and Jonathan Taylor. So these 2 got swapped up with their partners. Jonathan Taylor working with Gary Konzelman now, and David Adamson working with Cody Sievert. Different partners. Way back here, Ronald Finley and Kevin Utley still in 9th and 10th, now 11 seconds behind the leader. They really haven't been making up a whole lot of time with this, Steve. I know they've been really trying. They're just not doing real well here, trying to make up time because they're by themselves versus being in that pack.
Yeah, they got a nice spread between everybody, so well, these looks like Ed and Philip and the group of 4 behind. Oh no, they just keep not staying in line, and they aren't even switching. They keep getting side by side. Oh, maybe they're switching partners altogether here. They're
falling back real fast here, man. They're losing a ton of time. What is going on here?
Gotta get in line.
They're losing so much time to the leaders right now. It's just unbelievable. Back here, 5.4 seconds. I don't know if something's happened, whether one of them's got damage or what's going on, but boy, I'm going to tell you what, he's got Jonathan Taylor coming up behind him real quick here. These guys are really, I don't know what's going on. What happened there? Something not being communicated.
Don't think they were staying in line there, Rudy.
They might have backed off a little bit to let that back crew catch up to them, and the 6 of them would be a lot faster than the leaders. But wow, man, they got 5.5 seconds of ground to make up, and that's a lot of ground to make up on them leaders. Mark Maffett and Lewis Sparks up here just dominating right now. Pulling away by so much. It's just unbelievable. Go back here, 5.5 seconds. Wow.
Gary Konzelman and Cody Sievert on the outside trying to move up and get around Ed and Philip.
They hit that wall of air, though, and I don't think they're going to be able to do it up there by themselves now. Jonathan Taylor got up there with them. The 4 of them may be able to work together and get by Ed and Philip on that low line, but Ed and Phillip kind of like on the preferred lineup, but they're going to have to switch up here. And I think they might have been communicating that, but boy, I don't know. They're not going to be able to get it done, I don't think.
And not real easy when they're side by side like that.
Yeah, and boy, it looks like Cody Seifert gets dumped off up on the high side by himself. But all these guys working together. Still 5.5 seconds behind the lead pack, though. Lap 31 almost in the books now. Ed switching up with Phillip Carsley. Ed coming back down the hill right behind his teammate and hooking back up. They're going to probably be looking at pit stops here right directly.
Yes, sir. Lap 31 right now.
You might even hear him on the radio. I won't hear him, but you might hear him tell, you know, maybe pit stops coming up or something. But
I haven't seen anything on my screen. I kind of got them turned down a little bit, so.
Well, let's keep an eye up here on our leaders, because we'll probably see them come down pit road here first. Remember, they pitted about a lap or two before the rest of them, the bunch did. So when they come down pit road, then we know it ain't going to be much longer. We're going to see those other ones come down pit road. I'm trying to figure this out mathematically, that whether or not they can make it on one more pit stop after this. They'll have to make one now and then one more. Green flag the whole way. And this has been some great racing out here. 17 lead changes in the works right now. And this isn't a big surprise though for Talladega, and when they're out here running like this, because they're switching partners and, you know, swapping up and everything. So not a big surprise. All right, Ed Hewitt now ahead of Phillip Carsley. As those two switched up, but coming up on the high side, we've got Jonathan Taylor and the 07 there of David Adamson.
And they don't seem to be too concerned about just getting in line and moving up to that front pack. That gap just keeps growing.
Yeah, I guess it does. Yeah, they're back 6 seconds now behind the leader. And that's going to be the cost of the race right there. If they're, you know, back that 6 seconds, you can't never make that up.
No, oh no. They get in line for a second and then they pull out like they want to pass. I guess, I don't know, you put yourself behind the steering wheel. I wonder if you really think about staying in line when you're that far behind, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know either. But it's really costing them a lot of time on the track right now. They did gain just about a tenth or so, but that's like taking a bucket of water out of the ocean, you know?
I like that. I'll drink to that.
Yeah, there you go.
Delicious water.
There you go. All right, so Gary Conzelman in fourth or in fifth right now. Well, let's take a ride along here with Ed Hewitt, and we'll go back and looking back on them guys behind him. Phillip Carsley now coming around Ed. Oh, and the 08 coming right up through there. Cody Seifert closing that door up. And Phillip Carsley going to have to go up the hill to pick up Ed. As these two do battle it out. Now they're stuck up on the high side. So these six here are really having a great time out here racing. That looks like a lot of fun, Steve.
It does, Rudy. I've been stuck down them here for quite a while, and they, even though I keep thinking I wish they'd just get in line and move up, I'm being entertained quite well by watching them all just do their little dance and swapping positions, and every once in a while up here getting broke up and ending up running into the back, and someone hanging out on the outside and backing up his partner back up. It's been
our leader's coming down pit road now. Lewis Sparks and Mark Maffitt coming down pit road. looks like we had somebody else on pit road there too. Ronald Finley, maybe somebody well off the pace. And, okay, well, these guys, Mark Maffett and Louis Sparks, got their fuel on their way. But looks like we've got a couple that are off of the track here. Kevin Utley off the track. Ronald Finley about to be off the track. I think they've kind of give it up for the day or something here. Cody Seaver.
Kevin Utley flipped behind the wall.
Dang. Cody Seaver up front. Ed Hugh, Philip Carsley right behind him, but Gary Konzelman and Cody Seaver definitely hooked up here. So we've got a good four-way battle now for the lead, but these guys are going to have to come down pit road here right soon. I would say, venture to say, I guess, probably on this lap. Looks like Cody Sievert and Gary Konzelman are slowing up like they are going to come down pit road. And yes, they do. They peel off. But Ed and Philip staying out. So we'll stay on Cody and Gary here to see what their pit stops are going to bring them.
Looks like Ronald Finley has pulled her behind the wall.
So we now have, what, 8 trucks on the track.
Yep.
Cody Sievert and Gary Konzelman coming down on pit road now. Stopping in their pit stop. All right, we're probably looking at one more pit stop for the end of the day to finish this race up for these guys. Still looking at Philip Carsley and Ed Hewitt now coming down pit road.
Yep. Slow down, Ed. There you go. Good job, guys. Hanging right on the pit road speed number. Good job. That's so hard to do, run that pit road speed.
I know it. It's a killer.
It is.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought I seen Philip slide through the pit stall, but he didn't. And fueling away, here they go. Good job, good pit stop. But coming around here are going to be Mark Maffett and company. These guys are going to take over.
Oh, no, Ed just spun it out.
Oh, Ed, no. Ed. No.
See if he got caught on that seam.
All right, Mark Maffett.
Sure did.
Mark Maffett back out in the lead right now, him and Louis Sparks. They've been kind of showing the way here for most of the race, but that's too bad for Ed. Doggone it.
I've done that on this track myself. That seam of that apron, that little hump there, if you're just on that throttle just right, it just turns you around.
We've got a couple right behind these two here. It looks like Jonathan Taylor and David Adamson right behind them. That's for third and fourth. Back here in fifth, Cody Sievert and Gary Konzelman working together. These guys about 7.8 seconds behind the leader. Quite a little jump back here, but they've got this field is pretty much split up. Philip Carsley out here all by himself, and he has fallen way back to pick up Ed. Ed trying to get caught back up to him. That's what you call a teammate right there. These guys now 23 seconds behind the leader. Oh my. That's time that'll never be able to be made up.
No.
Dang, 19 laps to go. And I believe we are going to have to see one more pit stop.
Yeah, nobody's pushed Nobody's pushed, more than 15, I think.
Yeah. So definitely one more pit stop in play here for these guys. Lewis Sparks and Mark Maffitt now leading.
Everybody's all spread out.
They're way back in the field. Cody Sievert and his teammate Gary Konzelman way up here. Jonathan Taylor in fourth. David Adamson third. They are catching Mark Maffitt and Lewis Sparks. They are catching them. Ever so slightly, but they're catching them. And this could come down to just how good they are on and off pit road, and who's going to take just a splash of gas, or who's going to maybe take too much gas, cost them time on pit road. And that time, Lewis Sparks had the fastest pit time of 5.7 seconds. That's pretty fast.
Yeah.
I just hope he took enough fuel. But we could wind up with a 4-truck battle here coming down to the end of this thing. It could be interesting here to see how the end of this could transpire.
Your thing, Rudy. The back two there, if you charge that pit entrance right and don't speed, you can pick up quite a bit right there.
Sure, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Mark Maffitt and Lewis Sparks they've been doing awesome coming down on their pit stops, hitting that just about perfect. So I would say they probably have practiced their pit stops a good many times. These guys now 2.7 seconds behind the leader back here, third and fourth. Gary Konzelman in fifth, followed by Cody Sievert, those two teammates. Now they're 9 seconds behind the leader. A lot of ground to make up.
There is.
Try to get them guys to come down into the booth with me, so we can go over this. Well, I don't know what they're doing here. I got to wait and find out what they're going to be doing. Crowning a champion, or however they're doing it here, paying out money. So we'll try to get with them after the end of the race, and. Alright, so Mark Maffitt back out into the lead now, as them two switched up. Well, let's go back to third and fourth and see if they're gaining any ground. No, they're losing a couple of tenths here and there. Now they're back to 3.5 seconds behind the leaders. So I want to kind of keep an eye on them leaders, though, because like I said, they're about a lap difference on pit stops from everybody else. They'll probably have to stop about 1 lap before everybody else. But these guys out here with a pretty strong run, a pretty good lead over the rest of the field. Nobody can make it from here on out. Everybody has stopped 3 times so far. They're going to need 1 more pit stop to get this thing finished up. When is it going to be?
Yes, that is the question.
And right now, with John and David actually leading the points right now, Jonathan Taylor and David Adamson, they're running in third and fourth, and they're leading the points now. Lewis and Mark right here running second in points with 15. Oh, now they're coming down pit road. They're making their last pit stop with 13 to go here. And they're going to be pushing it right on the edge here to finish this thing up. So they're going to want to take a full tank of fuel. And that, of course, gives over the lead to Jonathan Taylor and David Adamson.
They'll probably do another lap, and then they'll probably pit.
Yeah, we'll get up here and watch Jonathan Taylor here. These guys come around. You're probably right. They're going to come down pit road next here. They're breaking off now to come down pit road, so this will be their last pit stop of the day. Jonathan Taylor and David Adamson coming down. And that relinquishes the lead over to Gary Konzelman and Cody Sievert up there working together. Oh, and Jonathan Taylor overshot his pit and had to back up. Oh, no. He's away. David Adamson away, so hopefully they all got a good, topped off their tanks with a good full tank of fuel to make it the rest of the way. Gary Konzelman and Cody Sievert up front, and we're going to probably see them come down pit road. Looks like they're slowing up now, and they're coming down pit road.
Yep, there they go.
So we're starting to see everybody now finally making their last pit stops. Next is probably going to be Ed Hewitt and Philip Carsley. We'll probably be seeing them come down pit road next. As they're coming around here, it looks like they're going to take the lead right now. And they're going to probably be coming down pit road next. So they're going to be the last ones to make their last pit stop. And that's going to put them probably back in the field a little ways. They only have about, well, not that much of a lead over third and fourth right now. Third and fourth, Lewis Sparks, Mark Maffitt, only 11.7 seconds behind these two. So, and they've made their last pit stop. So, Ed and Philip, I don't know. They're not going to do well here today. They're going to probably finish in the last two places, 7th and 8th. Because of that, wouldn't you say?
Yep. That's what it's looking like, Rudy. There's no way they can make it to the end. They have to stop.
Yeah. I would venture to say they're probably going to be stopping on this next pit stop. Lewis Sparks and Mark Maffitt are gaining a little bit. They just gained about a tenth on them on that lap. So only 11.5 seconds behind them now. They're switching up, so I guess no intention on stopping just yet. They may be going to try to push it just as far as they can push it, I'm not sure. Hoping for a caution.
I guess last is last, right?
I guess.
You might as well just run it out of gas.
All right, so let's go back to the field now here real quick as they're everybody getting gathered back up. Gary Lewis Sparks looks like in third. Mark Maffitt in fourth. Excuse me, they swapped up. Jonathan Taylor in fifth, followed by David Adamson, Gary Konzelman, and Cody Sievert back here in 7th and 8th. And it looks like that's it. Everybody else is off the track.
Yep. Here they come. They're coming into pits now, Ed and Philip.
Yes, sir. Well, Philip coming in there awful hot. Wow,
I think he made her.
Man, that was hot coming in there.
It was.
Whoa.
Could hear him popping the gears down.
Wonder he didn't slide that thing around as fast as he come in there.
Okay, guys, good stops in your box.
Yeah, in your box. Good job.
That's good. Go, go, go.
All right, and they're away.
Don't get on that apron, Ed. Stay down off that scene.
But it's too late. They're already 7th and 8th, and they ain't going to make up that ground.
Nope.
Back up here, Lewis Sparks in first, followed by Mark Maffett, and 7 laps to go here to finish this thing up. Everybody's made their last and final pit stop, so, you know, that's the way it's going to fall, is just probably the way it is right now. It looks like Lewis and Mark up front here, and next is going to be David and Jonathan, and next is going to be Cody and Gary, and then following him up is going to be Philip and Ed. But you know what? It's actually finished up to be not too bad of a race with these guys. Actually, the pit stops that they made were very good pit stops. Everybody did very well on their pit stops. So, and that's where, you know, we only seen, I think Jonathan Taylor was the only one that actually slid through his pit stop that we seen. And so, all in all, you know, pretty doggone a lot of talent out there. All right, so Mark Maffett takes over the lead again. And like I said, I think the way they're running right now is probably the way they're going to finish, unless somebody gets into a wreck or something like that, which, you know, God, I don't want to see it now with 5 to go. But I think we're going to probably see a battle for the win here between Lewis Sparks and Mark Maffett. I don't think this is going to be, I'm just going to push you to the win thing, because they are battling for money. So,
right,
with money on the line, you know, we're going to see coming through the trial. It's going to be a pretty tight battle, I think, here between these two.
Friends are friends and business is business.
And when it comes down to the end of this, friends is off. All bets are off right there.
That's it. Give me the money.
Well, when this is over, I'm going to try to broadcast this up to... First, I'm going to see what it would take to get this thing to upload to YouTube. And if that don't work, then I'll just go ahead and set this up to broadcast it right up to Twitch, if it'll work. Maybe they got Twitch working again or whatever. I don't know what the deal is with it, but we'll see if we can't get something worked out with it, and I might wind up just dumping it up to YouTube. I don't know. Have to see what it's going to take to get it up there. The good thing about it is uploading it to YouTube, it would be there probably in, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. You know, it could be all uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah.
Of course, it wouldn't be in HD yet, but rather than have to sit here and go through this broadcast all over again, you know.
Right. One more to go.
All right, coming around to the white flag. Mark Maffett in the lead. Lewis Sparks right behind him. What's going to happen here, guys? We're coming to the white flag. One more lap when they come around. And this is going to be the battle on the track right now. And I don't know if we're going to really see a lot of other battles going on the track right now. But real quick, we'll kind of pan back through the field. David Adamson in third. Jonathan Taylor in fourth. These guys about 5.5 seconds behind our leader. Gary Konzelman and Cody Sievert. These guys about 13 seconds behind the leader. Philip Carsley and Ed Hewitt now back here about 31 seconds behind the leader. So we're going to follow right on these leaders to the end because they're coming down the backstretch, going into turn 3 right now. And this could be the battle right here, coming to the line. Coming out of turn 4, Mark Maffett ahead. Lewis Sparks going to maybe take a look here, not sure what's going to happen. Coming through the tri-oval. And it looks like Mark Maffett's going to win it. Nobody going to challenge him. Lewis Sparks just kind of backed out and let Mark Maffett win it here today. So great job by these guys, I'm telling you. Way to go, Mark Maffett. Good job. Congratulations goes out to him. Winning segment 2 and then coming in here for the win here tonight. We'll try to get down here in a minute and get a word in with these guys. Great race, though. That was an awesome race.
Very good race.
So let me know when that does open up there, Steve, and I will try to get down there and get a word in. Hopefully we get a word in with our top 3 anyhow. And I don't know, maybe we'll just wind up. Nope, looks like Cody Sievert already left the building, so.
Yep. They're still chatting here.
Well.
I think they're about, nope.
Mark Maffett in here, yeah. I could drag him down here to the booth with us, and we could interview him right here in the booth. What do you think?
That sounds good. I'd like to give him some congrats, that's for sure.
User was moved
Mark Maffett, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy? Mark Maffett talking to you in TeamSpeak here, buddy.
Oh, TeamSpeak. Yeah, Rudy, I got you, bud.
Well, I figured we weren't going to get a word in out on that track because everybody's trying to congratulate you. But congratulations, buddy, on your finish here today. Good job bringing it home first place. We don't know how the points are going to shake out yet, but you guys had a pretty close tie there with Jonathan and David, you and Lewis. So it was only a 2-point battle. So we're going to have to wait and see who actually won. But congratulations on winning your race today. You guys did a flawless job coming in and off the pit road. Your pit strategies were about a lap or 2 off of everybody else's, but great race out there today, buddy. Tell us about it.
Yeah, thank you, Rudy. Yeah, you actually called it exactly right. We had a slightly different pit strategy, trying to pit by ourselves, so you're alone. You don't have to worry about hitting anyone or getting hit. So we had good stops. I got to say that Jonathan and David had a great stop 2 stops ago and made up a lot of time on us. So we had to pick it up our next stop, so we could keep the gap on them a little bit. They were very close, always a couple of seconds behind us till the end when they lost a little bit. They did a great job. My partner did a great job. We had some really good racing here tonight at Black Flag Racing.
Absolutely. All right, Mark. Well, anybody you want to thank real quick before we try to get an interview with Jonathan before he leaves the server?
I would just like to thank everybody who raced here. Dave Miranda. I want to thank Lewis, my partner again, for making this possible.
All right. All right. Thank you, Mark, and congratulations again, buddy. We'll try to get Lewis down here and get a chat in with him, okay?
Yeah, 10-4.
User was moved out of your channel.
Lewis Sparks, this is Rudy in the booth. You got a copy? We're in TeamSpeak, buddy. We're in TeamSpeak.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, hey, congratulations coming home second. We were kind of a little bit surprised you didn't maybe try to pull out and give Mark a little bit of a challenge there, but you two just hooked up. You hit your marks perfectly every time. Your pit stops were just absolutely flawless. Tell us about your race out there today, buddy.
It was all Mark. Mark pretty much run the show on that deal. He's a good partner to run with, and I'm proud to race with him.
Well, you guys did a super job out there. It was great to watch you guys, and good job. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It was just absolutely flawless. You guys have been a team that have been a voice to be reckoned with out there. Your pit strategy's off just a little from everybody else's, but it played right into your hands that when everybody else pitted, you took over the lead, and you never looked back. You know, just great job by both of you guys. Congratulations again on your second place.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right, we'll drag you back up, buddy. You want to give a shout out to anybody or a thank you?
I just thanks to Dave and John, Black Flag Racing.
Okay, Lewis. Well, great job, buddy.
Yep, cool.
User was moved out of your
All right, well, let's go down through the results here real quick. I don't know if we could get a word in if the let's see if Jonathan is still in there or not. Let's see if we can get a word in with Jonathan here, maybe. They're still talking out there, aren't they?
Yep, I hear some people talking, but I don't. Jonathan isn't in the team speak, anyways.
Jonathan Taylor, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got a copy.
Jonathan, we didn't want to exclude you from the interviews. You weren't in TeamSpeak, and I talked to the other two guys in TeamSpeak, but great job coming home third spot today, Jonathan. It was just an amazing race out there. You and your teammates were hooked up so well. Tell us about your race out there today.
Yeah, first off, I'd like to give a shout-out to Lee Ridge and Dirty South Racing. He sponsored me and David Adamson to race this race, and I got to thank him a lot. I want to thank you guys up in the booth. You guys did an awesome job. And I want to thank Mark, John Denny, and Dave Miranda for putting on an awesome event. But yeah, me and David had great pit stops all day, and that's what really kept us in the race. And we just kind of hanging back there until the final few laps, and we made stuff happen.
Well, it looked pretty good from up here in the booth. You know, at one time there you were starting to reel them in, and then I don't know what happened. You guys kind of started falling back again, but all in all, it was just a super great race to watch up here in the booth. And congratulations to you again for coming in the third spot there, Jonathan. Great job today.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right, let's run down the results real quick here, and then we're going to get with Dave and them and find out what the points deal is. Mark Maffick coming home the winner here, Lewis Sparks second, Jonathan Taylor third, David Adamson fourth, Gary Konzelman fifth, Cody Sievert sixth, Philip Carsley seventh, Ed Hewitt eighth, Ronald Finley ninth, and Kevin Utley 10th. And it looks like that was just 10 of them that finished in that race today. All right, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's get John Denny and them guys down here, and we'll see if we can't get a word in with them. So, anyhow, what did you think of the race out here today, Steve? Pretty good race, huh?
Really good, really good. All three of the races were very, very good. Got to see a lot of lead changes in this one, and boy, they got kind of spread out, and that makes it hard for me to try to keep my mouth going. I can say that, but it was really fun to be up here in the booth and watch it, and. Boy, the second race, that was really exciting. I sat on my chair a couple times.
Yeah. 36 lead changes they had in that race. That's pretty amazing. All right, well, you guys are here with the points and ready to tell everybody what the points is on this?
Yeah, 10-4, Rudy.
You made it like 4 seconds. I was like, whoa!
Hold on, Mark. Yeah, the points are as follows. In first and second place, we'll have Lewis and Mark with 18 points. And it was very close, guys. Second place was David and Jonathan with 20 points, a 2-point difference.
Wow.
So those are our two placers, our top 4 placers tonight. It was an awesome race, actually.
Yeah, it was a very good race. Very good race. So anything else you wanted to throw out here, Dave, before we wrap up this broadcast?
Well, like to let people know, Black Flags, that we're back out here, and we're going to grow on this, and we're going to grow with quality drivers, and before you know it, we'll have a whole bunch of more good guys out here. We just believe in good, clean, fun racing.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, that was some awesome racing. To go 60 laps and to do as many pit stops, everybody did 4 pit stops in that race. And to have 36 lead changes and not one caution in 60 laps, that's pretty amazing. That kind of shows the quality of the drivers that you have out there right now, and that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, 10-4 Rudy, and we do a thing called, we also do something we call a Black Flag Pit Challenge, and we actually practice our pit stops, and it's just something that I think everybody should practice, and I think you've seen it out there. We had a couple of miscues in that first race in the pits, but after that it was pretty good, actually.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was pretty good to see. I love to see green flag pit stops. That's one of my most favorite thing. You can ask any of the guys that are in the booth with me. I love to see that because it becomes all about the driver. We only seen maybe 1 or 2 guys out there make little minor mistakes tonight on the pit road, because a race can be won or lost on pit road, and we've seen it many times. And just 1 or 2 little minor mistakes tonight. And it kind of showed. They weren't up there for the win tonight. So, but great race overall. John, did you want to throw out anything there?
No, Dave pretty much covered everything for me there. So, yeah, thanks a lot for broadcasting that for us.
Sure thing, not a problem. All right, well, we'll close out this broadcast, and thanks for tuning in with us here at MaxSpeedTV and Black Flag Sim Racing.com. Check them out. Good bunch of guys to race with, and we will catch you on the other side.